Hey guys, so it looks like I'm just laying on the floor talking to my camera, but I'm actually taking advantage of a technique that has about 4,000 studies backing it. This is called near infrared red light therapy, and I'm just using standard incandescent bulbs that pump out a lot of heat. Some people uh, feel that we need to go with expensive LED lighting, and without getting into the details, I'm just going to explain real quick why we just need these lights. The sun is this massive nuclear reactor that's really far away, and it's pumping out all these different kinds of energies or different wavelengths of energies. That's called full spectrum, and biological life has been using that for a long time to most likely get started and most likely evolve. So, what we're doing with these incandescent bulbs is we're burning a bunch of electricity and we're making a pretty wide spectrum. The red tint on the bulbs is just getting rid of most of the spectrum that we don't need. So, what we're left with is this energy that we're used to getting from the sun. The LED lights have gained popularity in general because they only spit out small amounts of wavelengths. That's how they're more energy efficient. That's really where they gained popularity at all to begin with. And then over time, people have figured out how to use those different specific wavelengths to give us the pieces that can heal us. But if we compare the two, the LED actually has less energy and less wavelength. There are specific wavelengths that can have specific healing. Like there's different colors that have been studied for certain things, but for what we're doing with detox, it's really simple. We don't need to get super specific. The sports people are using really expensive LED panels to increase their performance and heal and all that stuff. There may be a tiny bit of extra benefit there. I guess if we have a ton of money to throw at it, it works out, but this setup I have behind me ran me, I think, just over $300 for these three lights, the sockets, the stand, the timer, and the extension cord, and a couple little pieces. So I've been using this for a couple years now, and I use it pretty much daily. I usually do 2 sessions of about a half an hour each. I don't set up a sauna to retain heat, and I just lay on the floor like this with a towel to help soak up some of the sweat and, not lay on the carpet. And it's really easy. These are just red floodlights that you might find, a floodlight that you see somebody illuminate their driveway with. It's really the same thing. It's just got the red coating on there to get rid of some of the other light, so we're just getting more of the red and more of the near infrared spectrum. To explain the part about the spectrum starts to get really complex, and it's not really, I don't want to say it's not worth worrying about. If we're looking for these details, there's a lot of people that get into it, but it starts getting really confusing, and there's not many people that have explained it in a way that makes it easy enough to take in. I tried doing animations on this, and I started realizing it just gets so complex. I don't even know if it's going to actually help anybody. It's just going to make it more confusing. What I'd like to do with this video is explain that all we need to do is buy a red bulb, a simple red bulb. I got these for about, I think they ran like $7 when I got them in bulk. I think they might be like $13 if you buy them one at a time. And then there's these really cheap reflectors, and they have this rather obnoxious clamp, so obnoxious that I've disassembled it and used the pieces for other stuff. We can clamp this onto a desk or whatever it is and aim that reflector at us. And it's got the, so we don't burn ourselves. I've got a nice burn on my back from standing up and bumping into these things. They do get really hot, but it's not really, yeah, if we have kids that might be trying to lay in them with us, or it's in an area that the dog can bump into or something, it can be dangerous. But after I bumped into it once or twice, I know to stay away. So it's really simple. It's been overcomplicated because people want us to give them hundreds and thousands of dollars for their LED panels. The LED panels might be great, but I learned the hard way when I invested in them for my garden plants that they don't last very long. I expected them to last pretty much indefinitely, and I only got about 2 or 3 seasons out of some of the panels. My panels were $250 a piece. 2 or 3 seasons to get some plants started for the garden, it doesn't work out. And I don't see them, working much differently when it comes to the healing lights. They're going to be more potent. They're going to have some more circuitry that they need to keep them running properly. There are some issues with LEDs. They flicker. So if you are to record an LED light, whether it's just a light in your house or one of these panels, and play it back, or if you record it in slow motion and play it back, you'll see the flickering. We don't notice that, in normal real-time life, but when we see this in slow motion, our brain can see that. And that doesn't work out so good. Our eyes are sensing light. They're deciding when to make hormones and all that. When we see the sunrise, our body starts getting melatonin and all that stuff ready for the nighttime. And this is actually a huge problem for some people. When we work at night and we don't see the sunrise, we're sleeping during the sun, and then we're going and living under artificial light, we are messing with our hormones so bad. If we are forced to sit in front of the blue light all the time, these things called blue blockers can really help us block some of that stuff, so our eyes aren't, sensing it and trying to do our circadian rhythm the wrong way. These things have helped me a bit. They're hard to put on at first when you're used to sitting in front of the computer all the time, but it's really important. If you want to look at into the details of all this, Dr. Jack Kruse has some amazing information on all of it. He even gets into how this is pretty much gets into quantum physics and all types of stuff, and how our cells are doing amazing things with sunlight. There's this thing called the exclusion zone, where when we shine light at water and up against the waterproof surface, we start getting this area that gets rid of all particles, and it does an opposite charge of the rest of the water. And if we do that in a tube form, we can actually pump water with it. And this is most likely happening inside our body, and might even be why these lights allow us to heal and detox better. Red light is connected to weight management, muscle recovery, and, helping anxiety and depression and so much stuff. It's really just an extra energy that our body wants to use and is expecting to use, and by living inside these artificial dwellings under artificial light, we're not getting the natural sunlight that our body's used to. If we really dig into this might be the beginning of where our health problems come from. Not only are we not getting the natural radiation from the sun that our body's used to, we're radiating ourselves with improper light, and we're also pretty much living inside a microwave now, so we can download our movies super fast and all that fun stuff. We even just had a study come out that says 5G activates coronavirus in our skin. Nobody really cares, but it's understandable. We've been tormented our whole lives, and by now we don't really know what to think. Anyway, it's super easy. We just need a $10 or $15 bulb, a $10 or $15 cheapo reflector, and when we start aiming this thing at us, we'll understand what it feels like, and we'll start to get a better idea if we want more lights or if we just want to stick with that. I made it about a year with a single light, and I felt amazing with it. It gave me mental clarity, some energy, and I could just feel my detox working better. If anybody's into coffee enemas, using the red light while we're doing coffee enema makes a big difference. It helps the process along because it's really a free energy. But no matter what we're doing, it's our body is looking for this energy or radiation, and if we start slow and we're not too minerally depleted, it works great. So it's really simple. I don't know how to emphasize that any better. A lot of people assume that it can't be as simple as buying a red light. We can go down to our local pet shop, and sometimes we'll be able to find these. I took a peek today, and of course somebody has made some weird little light that only goes up to 150 watts, and it's $20 for the bulb. So it's about twice as much, and it's not as powerful, but if that's all we have access to, it's better than nothing. it's still generating the wavelengths that we need. It's pretty difficult to not generate these wavelengths with a simple incandescent light. If we really want to dig into the specifications of that, there's a lot of info out there, but it's confusing. It takes a lot of understanding of how electrons and photons and all that stuff work. So it's really not necessary if we're just trying to get started with healing. There's really not much to worry about as long as we start slow and just be careful with it. Pay attention to how our body responds. Drink a lot of water. I only started, I think I did about 30 seconds the first day I did this, and I waited to the next day, and then I did about 5 minutes and just kept moving up with it. And I was fine, and I kept noticing benefits. I've heard of people starting with an hour the first time, and they didn't fare so well because you can knock a lot of stuff loose, send these metabolites in for, the next step or whatever it might be, and if our body's not ready for that, it's kind of backfires a bit. So, get started, give it a try. It's simple, and there's a ton of science behind this. In the late 70s, some guys realized that if they put this certain flower in a greenhouse that was built out of glass, the glass was blocking a certain type of wavelength from the sun, and the flower wouldn't bloom. Some guy took it to his other greenhouse that was made out of plastic, and the flower bloomed, and they started to realize it's got to do with the wavelengths of light. We don't see that originally, but it's happening. Biology understands this stuff. In the 80s, we knew that artificial light in schools was increasing the incidence of childhood cancer and leukemia and ADD and all that, which hits home a little too close to home for me. But there's a lot to this. We don't need to dig in at first. We just need to shine a light on our skin, and it feels great in a bunch of ways. I feel like I'm laying in the sun right now, except I don't have mosquitoes trying to carry me away. And I've used it plenty of times to help hold a migraine off or ease anxiety. If I can't sleep sometimes, I'll turn the timer on for an hour or even more and just lay here till I fall asleep. And, it's great to go from laying in bed, not being able to sleep and feeling like crap, to laying in what feels like the sun and passing out finally. So, let me know if you have any questions. If you haven't, visit warminglight.com, which is, nice and warm, warming light. And let me know how you make out. If you can't find the right bulb and socket, I know it's different for different parts of the world to find these things, but it's just a red bulb, and it's just whatever socket can handle that bulb. That's kind of hard to get into all the different details, but if you know anybody that understands electricity and stuff, say, hey, I'm trying to plug this light in, this bulb I got right here, this red bulb, what do I do? And it's anybody that understands it. It's a pretty simple method. We just want to make sure we have a strong enough extension cord and we're not, overloading our circuit or anything like that. The circuit that I run these off of, if my wife is getting ready in the morning and runs a space heater, I'll trip the breaker because that's about 750 watts right here in these lights, and the space heater is a good at least 1,000, if not 1,500 watts. That's way too much for one circuit. So we just got to be mindful of that. Got to start slow, drink some water, and let everybody else know how you make out, because this is a really neat addition to detox, and I'm finding out not too many people know about it, and the ones that do don't understand it enough to get started, because there's a lot of people trying to make money off the LED lights, and the studies all point to LED lights, and it just gets confusing. But I've been using these lights for about 4 years now. I've made a lot of improvements with it. I couldn't imagine trying to do the same thing without them. So let me know if you have any questions or feedback. Thanks for watching, and I hope you get started soon.